Howdy there, Moose Tube fans. Lone Moose here. I'm going to be doing something a little different today. Well, similar, different, whatever. We're heading towards the Christmas season, and of course y'all know I like to experiment with smoking just about anything. And I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube from my fellow YouTubers. And so I've got a little bit of my jerky left to smoke this morning. Be doing that. Excuse me. I'm also going to be making some smoked queso dip, and I'm going to be smoking some veggies to make a kind of a fire roasted smoked red salsa. So I got 3 different projects going at the same time. It's really real simple. Now I've got oak wood chips going in my my smoke hollow smoker out there, getting it heated up and ready to go. Components are real simple. You get a one of these disposable aluminum cook pans. Contents of this. Now, excuse me, I don't have a picture of it right here, but I hopefully will add it in the video, because I did this in the house this morning and the camera was out here at my building. But for the meat in it, I used a 1-pound package. I got this at HEB a couple of years ago. It's been in the freezer. It's a pork sausage seasoned with Hatch chilies. And so I've already fried that up. You'll see that, like I said, hopefully in some little video clips I got on my phone if they came out okay. Mixed it in with some of my scrambled eggs this morning. It's good. It's a mild sausage, and so pretty much from my perspective, any kind of mild sausage will work good for this, or hamburger, or moose, or whatever you want to put in it. Whatever ground meats you got. I'm going to use 1 block of the Velveeta queso blend cheese. Never used this before, but it's a white cheese. Looks really good, so we're going to give that a try. I got 2 jars of On the Border mild salsa, 1 can of Rotel mild diced green tomatoes and chilies, and that's it. Basically, I'm going to be chopping this up and mix all this together, put it on a shelf in the smoker while the jerky's smoking, and see how it turns out. I got high expectations for this one, so y'all stick with me, and I will see you as we progress through this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. As of this morning, I am now at 98 subscribers. My goal of 100 by the end of the year is definitely doable. So join in, guys. Let's make this happen. If you hit the like and subscribe, then hit the notify, and you'll be notified when I post new videos. Well, good morning, YouTubers. Lone Moose. Getting ready to brown up my HEB Hatch pork sausage with Hatch chilies. Got this at our local HEB store in South Texas, so probably 2 years ago. It's been in the freezer. When I saw the videos this week for the smoked queso, and they'd use sausage in it, I decided I was going to use this. So let me get this browned up. Yeah, it's all browned up, ready to cool down, and when I make up the smoked queso after a while, this goes into the mix. Okay, Lone Moose fans, let's get this smoked queso put together. This is the Velveeta Queso Blanco block, and I'm about to cube it up so it'll melt a little easier and a little better, not burn. I watched several videos of this over the last few days. I've been kind of down under the weather, so got to keep the mind occupied. This baby out of here. Nice big old block of white cheese. See what we can salvage off the package. Don't want to waste any of it. Come on, get off there. Boom. Yeah, so we can get that out there. Yep. Now I'm going to do something that I didn't see anybody else do. That's only because I am a little bit concerned with, stuff sticking or critter. Put a little Pam in there just in case, because I don't want this to burn. I had to end up getting this cheese at Walmart, excuse me, because HEB didn't carry it, which was kind of disappointing for HEB. But you know, they have their Hill Country Farms version of Queso Blanco, so it's a direct competitor, so I can kind of understand it. But you know, I'm not a big fan of Walmart, so I really don't like having to go to Walmart. But as the old saying goes, it is what it is. If you want it, you got to go get it where you can. Alright, so I'm just kind of cubing this up in smaller pieces. Put it in the pan. I really have high hopes for this. Because, you know, with my celiac, there's a lot of things I can't have, but corn tortilla chips is one that I can. And I really like a good queso to go with it. And the same goes for the salsa dips. I really like salsa verde the most, but the recipe I'm trying for the smoked salsa today is going to just be with a red salsa. And if that works out good, then the next time I may try and do either this queso blanco with a salsa verde, or do the smoked salsa with a salsa verde type. HEB, I did notice when I went to the store this morning to get the components for the salsa, did have lots of fresh tomatillo and also canned tomatillo. So I do have that at my beck and call. Boom, boom. Last piece. All right, got that in, and get this spoon here. Now to that, I'm going to add in 2 containers. This is On the Border mild salsa. On the Border's got pretty good salsa. And of course, yeah, around here we're mild people. We don't like the super hot. I kind of like the medium sometimes, but the rest of the family is, well, if you're going to fix it medium, we aren't eating it, so. Okay, enough said. The Rotel mild diced tomatoes and green chilies. I've been using this Rotel for decades. Ex-wife Nancy is the one who actually introduced me to it. Good stuff. Stir this up a little bit. And last but not least, this is that HEB hatch chili sausage that I fried up this morning. Get this in here. It's going to make a heck of a lot of queso. So we shall see. It's like everything else I do. It's an experiment in cooking. You know, as I always say, you want to cook the way you and your friends and family like to eat. So, you know, I will be putting this on the smoker. I got the smoker heating up right now, and getting ready to put this and the jerky in. And get the vegetables ready to smoke them for the other project I'm working on. So I will be back in a little while when this is in the smoker. Okay, now it's time to get these veggies ready for the smoker. What I'm going to do with the cloves of garlic, basically, and I'm just going by what I saw in some of these other videos, just cut the bottom portion of it off here. Good Lord, that stuff. And basically you just put it face down on your smoker, let it go to town. Oh wow, that does got a strong garlic smell. Yeah, believe it or not, people, I am college educated and I still make stupid comments like that. Right? That's okay, I'm still a good guy. Number 2. Boom. Get this out of the way. Now for the big old onion. And I basically peeled the, the paper skin off. Come on. Quarter it. You want maximum surface area for the onion to be able to absorb the smoke. This is going to be on the top rack, so it's not going to be close to a lot of the super heat. I don't want to cook this. And then same thing I saw with the basically tomatoes. Cut them in half, face down. Now if you see on my tray over there, I got a lot of cherry tomatoes. I went through the house and picked a bunch of ones that are, starting to get to the point of, hey, you got to do something with them pretty quick. So I won't make you guys watch me slice all those up and put on here, but they'll probably end up going on another rack besides the queso dip. Finish filling up that smoker grate. Some of these actually came out of the garden. It's December, but here in South Texas things are still producing a little bit. They aren't big, but they were good and tasty. Alright, I'll save the jalapenos for last. I've got 2 poblanos. And again, yeah, this is going to make a lot. Know that going in. I basically seed them when I do this, what I can pull out. Cut them in half lengthwise. Lay them out on the sheet. 2 Anaheims. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be using all of this when I make the salsa up. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. Again, with the Anaheims, just since it's already split in that way, we'll just split it. Try and get some of the vein out of there. Anaheims can be a little on the warm side, which, again, I always say you want to cook like your friends and family want to eat. And folks around here are not hot people, so we try and keep it in the mild range whenever possible. That's going to work out just about right. All the big veggies will go on one tray, and then when I get the cherry tomatoes sliced up, they'll go on the tray with the queso. And I apologize for my cooler chiming in the back, but not much I can do with that right now. But I need to get this going. The smoke's starting to roll out of the smoker. And I hate to waste good smoke. I'll be using oak today. Texas post oak, I believe it was. the same with the jalapeno. Yeah, I like the taste, but when the fish were earlier in the year, we actually grew a kind of jalapeno called a jalapeno, which it did not have any heat at all, but man, it had great flavor. In fact, your typical bell pepper had more heat than this did. Those seeds off there. And I'm still going to have one Anaheim, it looks like. And maybe a jalapeno that'll go on the other smoker tray too. Anyway, you get the idea. I need to get this stuff on. In case you haven't ever figured it out, folks, when you're working with hot peppers, wear gloves. You know, in these COVID days, they tell you keep your hands away from your face, but you know, if you're playing with jalapeno or serrano or those other kind of super hot peppers and barehanded, and then you touch your face, you'll only do it once. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up here and get this stuff going. I'll finish up the rest of it, and I'll see y'all after it's all smoked. Well, there you have it, folks. 2 racks of jerky, a rack and a half of veggies, a pot of what's going to be smoked queso. Now I'll come back out about every 15 minutes and stir the queso. And the jerky and the veggies will take about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. So I'll be back and see you in a little while. Alright, let's take a look at the queso and see how it's looking. Alright, it's starting to melt a little bit. My main concern is it really starts absorbing that smoke. So I'll be back and check on it again in another 15-20 minutes. Alright, time for the next smoker check. You can see we're rolling out some good smoke. So I hope those veggies and that cheese is really absorbing it. So I'm going to give it a stir. Now that cheese is starting to melt. Not there yet, but it's getting there. I can see the peppers are starting to roast up. Hopefully you can see this and get my big old mitt out of the way here. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking real good. There'll be some of this with my lunch after a while. Jerky looks like it's coming along. So far, it's been a good smoking day. Bright sunny day here. I'm guessing about another 15-20 minutes and the queso is going to be done. So I'll be back and check on it again. You're going to come try it in a minute? We interrupt this video to bring you an urgent public service message. I screwed up. Sitting here this evening putting this video together, and I realized that when I thought I had made the video section for taste test of the smoked queso, apparently the camera did not go into record mode and just sat there and looked at me like I was stupid. In this case, it proved to be correct. So, such is life. I want to give you a quick update on that. I mean, there was not a whole lot to putting the queso together. It was all in a pan. So basically it was a matter of stirring it up and dipping a chip into it and trying it. Really, really good. Fantastic. Good smoke taste, nice and creamy. You know, there's an old saying about some things are greater than the sum of their individual parts. Well, that's what happened with this queso. Everything I put into it was mild, and it actually came out a little bit on the medium side. Really good. In fact, that's what I had for dinner tonight, just before I started putting this video together. Chips and queso. Hey, it's got cheese in it, it's got veggies, the tomatoes and the peppers in it, it's got meat in it, the sausage, and the chips for your greens. What more can you ask for? Really good. So you guys really ought to try that. So I apologize for not being able to do a taste test where you could see it, but I did eat it. I had it for lunch yesterday after I finished the process, and then had it for dinner tonight. Basically what I've done with all of the salsa is I just basically put it in mason type jars, put lids on it. I didn't can it. You know, it should keep in the refrigerator 2 to 4 weeks, and it won't last that long. So anyway, enjoy the rest of the section of the video. But hey, you know, I believe in truth in advertising. When I screw up, I'll tell you, hey, the old lone moose screwed up. It's been a bad week. I've had a lot of health issues going on, and asked the folks at work. I was transposing numbers, crisscrossing them, you know, hearing things that people weren't saying. It was kind of bizarre. It's all better now, but at the time, early in the week, and when I was making this, well, that's all I can say. Old age ain't for sissies, and I'm an old lone moose. So enjoy the next section of the video. Okay, folks, let's see about putting this salsa together. Put all these little cherry tomatoes in there. The ones that at least didn't stick to the tray, I didn't get to spray this part down. And one of my doggies coming in. These kind of got over dry, so I'm not going to put too many of those in. Ones that still got some juice left in them. Don't worry, I'll edit this part out of having to sort through all of these. Get the rest of the tomatoes in here. She looks like. All right. Okay, MooseTube fans, let's start working with this. I've never used this. This is a brand new blender. I got all the tomatoes in here that I'm going to work with, and just going to pulse. Okay, boom. Now, let's throw in, start with about a teaspoon of salt, kosher salt. About a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. One piece of the smoked jalapeno. One piece of the poblano, one piece of the Anaheim, one big chunk of the onion. Have no idea, just a handful of cilantro. And if I can do this without making a total mess. Yeah. The guy on TV was able to just squeeze it out of there. Well, it did a little bit. I'm not a heavy garlicer, so let's see if this one will do the same. Nope, that one's not. Let's try this one. And if not, we'll just peel the sucker and throw it in there. Let's give it three cloves to start with. And we'll see how it comes out. Boom! Down in there. Alright, let's see where we're at. Let me get a chip and give it a taste test. These chips are made by the HEB bakery here in town. Come on, get a little bit on there. Alright. Let's add another piece of the poblano and the jalapeno. Definitely needs a little more heat to it. And that little piece. Otherwise, the flavor's pretty good. I think I may put another clove of garlic in here in a minute. Okay, I got the heat about right. Put another clove of garlic, maybe a little more onion in it. It's tasting good to me. Tasting real good to me, as a matter of fact. But I'm just a little on the prejudice side. And take a little bit more of the onion here. Throw it in there. It's getting nice and thick. Boom. The more it mixes up, the more heat it gets in it. So I'm going to put in the juice of one lime. I think the rest of the cilantro, and I'm going to call it good. Not in the face, people, not in the face. Number 1. Two. And see if I can get all this garlic clove stuff out of my cilantro. All these cooking shows on TV and everywhere, and everybody looks so neat and organized. That's not cooking. If you ain't making a mess, you're not doing it right. At least in the world, according to the old lone moose. Doop-de-doo-doo. All right, last pulverization. Yeah, it's got the heat just perfect. Come on. Down in guys aren't mixing up very well. Boom. Oh yeah, that is good. That is damn good. Yeah, really good. Okay, folks, well, it's been a lot of fun. Like I do with most of my things, it's an adventure. You never quite know how it's going to turn out. Smoke it, see what happens. In this case, we smoked some veggies, put them all together, and tried to make some salsa. It ended up being at about a medium heat level. So a little bit hotter than I wanted, but that's okay. Really do like this. I'll take it in, get the kids to try it and see what they think. And other than that, like I said, please try it. Excuse me. Stay safe out there in the COVID world. Things are insane. Rates are still going up. People are still dying like crazy, and we're just now starting to get the Thanksgiving effect. So let's not repeat it for Christmas, okay, people? You know what you need to do. Wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, keep your hands away from your face, and stay away from large crowds. I know it's going to be hard to do in the holiday season, but you need to do it so that you'll be able to have many, many more years of happy holidays with your friends and family, rather than this being the last one because somebody got COVID and died. You don't want that. So please hit the like and subscribe, hit the notify button. Y'all have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you on my next video.